this is considered an offline. If you've been around the channel for a while, you know we've not done one of these in a long time. And this won't probably be the perfect setup for it, but I just want to sit here and talk freely about Nintendo. The Switch in particular. I did a video about a week or so ago. SNES Classic. I talked about, how the $80 is not really a problem. I spoke about you've never played Star Fox 2. That's probably why, even though there's less games on the console, why it's going to cost more money. Star Fox 2 was a complete game that never came out due to some kind of contractual whatever happened. That's what happened. I called it Nintendo out because that's bullshit. How do you stop production? You tell us you stopped production on the NES Classic that I didn't get my hands on because of short production, and that you wanted to focus more on your core business, which was about to be the Switch. And then now no one can buy a Switch without paying an astronomical price or buying a bundle that they do not want. And you announce that you're going to drop a SNES Classic. We're not going to get into that here. I already could feel the thumbs down. What I'm going to say is shout out to Nintendo for not just the lies that they told, thumbs down. The fact that they are doing a really good job at marketing how the fuck they're marketing. So there is the one big market that everybody knows that they've been doing from day one. They're marketing to upper teen gamers / adults that are still somewhat gamers, and the whole niche. And just recently I think they're being hit with a lawsuit. I think 108 Dragons TV just reported that on his channel. I'll link that in the description below. And actually I sent him a message too because I was watching it, and I'm like, these dudes put about maybe 4 hours of eSports gaming on Disney XD channel, and they had the D and the XP. That was pretty cute. I'll give them that. And they had Pokken Tournament. They had Splatoon 2. They had ARMS. There was a fourth game. I'll get to the fourth game in a second. Yeah, let me tell you something. ARMS looked damn good. It looked damn good. But before I even get into that, shout out to, I think it was like 4 consistent YouTubers who were spaced out in between the hours of programming. I don't remember none of their names. I know one was a married couple. They fought in Pokken. I think it was something Dan Patrick or Dan Pat and his wife, something Pat or something like that. Shout out to them. I think she beat him. I think she beat him. No, he beat her. She got a round in or something like that. And then shout out to I believe Black Nerd Comedy. And I'm going to start with the names there because I cannot remember the other people's names, and I'm sorry. But ARMS looked fantastic. And, again, shout out to 108 Dragons TV. He's been telling people from the get-go, ARMS is going to be the truth. He was at that Nintendo event. I don't know if y'all seen it, but go, if you're not subscribed to him, go check him out. He was at the Nintendo event where ARMS were played, and he let those arms fly. Catch these arms, as I like to say. So that looked good. Then he put on, sorry, not he. Then, I was watching the Pokken Tournament, which was running on the Switch now, because we all know this is a Wii U game, and I'm like, looks pretty much the same, but it's the fact that this game is being missed by so many people. It's such a good game. And this is a shame, that it's going to get missed. Whether you play it on the Wii U or the Switch, I don't think you can go wrong. And that was looking good. And make an eSports tournament out of that. And it's like, all right, cool. And then Splatoon 2. Well, Splatoon 1 was about eSports. Splatoon 2 looks just more the same. And again, I'm a huge fan of the first one. The second one is no different. I know if I had a Switch, I'd probably be playing it, despite my gripe with the communication factor. I mean, it's there now, but you know, whatever. So I say all that to get to the next part. Why did it seem like they were playing Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U? That is such a sore subject for me. So this is why I do not own a Wii U. Because I own a Wii U. Why I don't own a Switch? Because I need about 5 games within the library that I want, that I haven't already purchased, and that I can't get over there. And this probably goes into Uncle Rizza's 90 days later 90 days later review, should I say. And my thing is this: it's not that there's 5 games that I couldn't play. If I want to re-spend money again, I just named you a couple games that I could have played. ARMS seems like a game that eventually down the line I may try. If there's a demo, I might be like, oh, this is pretty cool. I don't know if I want it, right? What I want is Odyssey, and that's coming, and that game looks damn good. Zelda I can play on the Wii U if I was into playing Zelda like that. One of these games back here, Xenoblade Chronicles X. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is coming out. So when that comes out, depending on the art style, because even though they share a name, they're not really the same system or whatever, same fighting system or gameplay system, whatever, that could be 2. I have NBA Playgrounds already. I have Rocket League already, although I wouldn't put a Rocket League on that. Playgrounds would be the perfect game to put on that. So in order for me to put Playgrounds on that, I probably would need like a 60% off sale, which Nintendo isn't great at doing those type of sales, and for good reason. I think it's a good strategy. I wouldn't do it either. I'm just being real. You got to make money. So I would need some type of like fun sports game. Like I would take a Mario Tennis, to be honest with you. I would take one of those. I would take a Mario Tennis. I would take a Mario like Decathlon, maybe like a Mario like All Sports. I don't know if you guys, y'all might be, I look at the analytics, some of you might be too young, but like on the Sega Genesis there was a Tiny Toons adventure game where it had like a bunch of sports and like Busters, Bust and Loose. No, I think that was the adventure game. Anyway, there was like a one where you could do soccer, I think you could do basketball, whatever. I would take a Mario version of that, but ultimately I would need something, you know what I mean? Shout out to the homies. Oh man, I forget the name of this dude's company. It's a baseball game that I have on my PlayStation right now. Actually, I have it on the PlayStation and on the Xbox. I've been talking wild shit about this game for a long. It's good shit. And that game belongs on the Switch. The Switch users will love that game. And I can't even add that to the list because I already own it twice. But that'd be a dope mobile game to put on your console. The Puyo Puyo Tetris was there. I already own it on my Xbox. On my PlayStation. So like that's what I mean. Like I've not looked into this yet because it's like there's nothing really for me to play just yet. I know it's coming. I know it's not even a year yet. But that's the real reason. And I'm sitting there thinking like, this thing is definitely doing well. I heard some random number. Let me not do the rumors thing, but like it's doing well. What I'm not seeing is some of the other stuff, and I know people can argue like, oh, well, you have all these other things, and it's just like, and I'm talking about the other apps, the apps, and I'm talking about like stuff for me, Netflix, Hulu, blah blah blah. And I haven't seen any videos, although I need to ask RZA if I can do like mirroring or projecting, you know what I mean? Or like, with Chromecast, throw it to a Chromecast TV or something like that. I think that'd be cool too. The other thing I'm not seeing anybody having, which is pretty good, which also lets me know that you guys are buying physical media, is no one's having Well, I guess that's kind of silly because no one's having memory problems, but at the same time, what physical games are you buying? Or what digital games are you buying? You're probably not buying too much. So, I don't know. I'm still excited for it. I would like to see also like a second version of it where the dock gives more power to it. And I'm not talking 4K, blah, blah, blah. Just more power to stabilize frame rates or whatever. I would like, it could be an add-on, whatever it is, or it could just be a whole separate dock, like a Nintendo Switch Pro dock. You know what I mean? Because we got a Pro controller, which is still selling out, by the way. I have one. And it's like, I think that'd be dope. I think that would help people like me who would like a stable frame rate for certain games like Zelda. When it comes to, I don't know, Lego City, the GTA version of Lego. I forget the name of it, but and maybe that would help with 2 versions of sports games that can show up later in the future. Who knows? And maybe even some car games up there that just may need the extra thing. But then again, you get into that, you don't want to actually have a problem where you got to tell people like, hey, this is only for the dock. You can only play this game when it's docked. You don't want to get into that. That's a slippery slope. I don't know. You guys let me know what you feel, man, about the Nintendo Switch situation. Is there enough games on there for you to purchase right now? If so, give me 3 of them. Because I'm a little weird like that. I like to go 5. Because I'm coming in late. And when I get my system, I know I'm going to be all about it. I want to be just on it. And I'm going to want 5 games to play. It won't matter if you, because I'm not holding you up to the standard, because I'm not going to be held to the standard. It doesn't matter if you get through these 5 games. When I got my Wii U, I went ahead and bought 2 games out the gate. Mario Kart 8 was one of them, which is why I'm not buying it again. And Xenoblade Chronicles X and Bayonetta 2. Those were the 3 games. It came with Nintendo Land, but I'm not playing that. And I was renting some stuff to see what else I wanted to buy in between it. But those are my 3 games out the gate. I wasn't taking no for an answer like this, and it kept me on the system, and it kept me playing the system, and kept me like, yo, you guys are full of shit. The people who were bashing it, they weren't saying certain things. They were only talking about the negatives. And when they talk about the positives, it was like, yeah, F this and F that and F that. Yeah, and it does this. But, F this is, they would super pump the negatives and give you a little sly remark. That's called controlling. That's good marketing right there. But, when I got my shit, I started noticing a lot of little things, and then that was pretty cool. Granted, the negative stuff was negative. I'm not taking that away. But there was some stuff to love about the Wii U outside of just the software. Even though the software number was very low. So, but the point was, there was things for me to play. Things for me to buy. 5 would get me good. 3 will make me buy. 5, I'll probably accept 2 indie titles. You know what I mean? Because, all these indie titles be fucked. Sorry, not all. A lot of these indie titles are dope. And when I play them on my PlayStation, when I play them on my Xbox, I keep saying to myself, if I had a Vita back when there was no Switch, man, I'd be cranking so many hours on this. And now it's like, whew, here's this thing called the Switch from Nintendo. Ooh. I wonder if I can get some of these indie games on there. Some of these indie games I probably would buy again. Not Rocket League. I'm not buying it again. I have it twice already. If I get it again, it's gonna be on PC, and it's going to be because I bought a new graphics card or something. But yeah, I'm done rambling. That's what these offlines are about, and no edits. So yeah, if you're not subscribe. I think I'm done. I'll let you boy.